Hello and welcome to this basic guide to wave management in League of Legends. The first part is going to be how, second part is going to be why. The why is most important, but we obviously want to know how to pull it off before we get to the why. So the basics are counting minions pretty much, and looking at your opponent's damage to calculate the future count of minions. Now in this instance, Jace has more minions than his opponent, which means he will do a push. So he has 6 minions, and his opponent has 3 minions, which means he will push. Now Jace can decide to do no damage or match his opponent or do more damage than his opponent to try and get the wave in the position that he wants it to be. So right now, we're checking out someone who's not thinking about wave control and he's just pushing using his spells. And we're gonna go over the weaknesses compared to a good player who is thinking about what he's doing. So in this clip, I am actually thinking about the push, and while I'm also being aggressive, I'm not using my spells, which is a big difference. And right now we're going to check out what kind of difference this makes. Alright, time to compare bad Jace on the right to good Jace on the left. The most obvious things are, well, first off, mana. So bad Jace is at half mana, and good Jace has all of his mana left. This is a pretty big deal for a mana-heavy champion who is spell-reliant like Jace. And the second thing that's very easy to note is bad Jace is actually level 2, whereas good Jace is only level 1. However, they're only apart 1 minion, and good Jace has the mana required and the cooldowns to finish off a minion quickly if he wished to, so that he can maybe surprise his opponent with a level 2. So I don't think this is a very important advantage that the bad Jace has. It does show, however, that the harder you push, the faster you get gold and XP. But I don't think it's worth sacrificing this much as the bad Jace is doing, as we'll go over with the next points. So the second thing is lane position. Bad Jace is well beyond the brush, the farthest brush in his lane. He's pretty close to the enemy's turret, and he's in a very bad spot to getting ganked. Good Jace, however, is still about in the middle of the lane. Alright, the third point are trades. Trades are influenced by the first 2 points I made. So, Bad Jace has less mana, which means he has less tools to trade with. But while he was doing his push, he was actually using his spells on minions, which means that even in this sprint screen, his Q is on cooldown. If he wanted to trade his opponent or he has to respond to getting attacked, he has less stuff to damage his opponent with, so he is bound to lose a trade. Whereas the good Jace, even though he's level 1, he can he has more minions, he has plenty of minions to fight in. And he can, like I said, rush to level 2, and he also has the Q to do damage back, so the level 2 is actually not important. Alright, the last point we want to make is the lane freeze risk. Um, Bad Jace has been pushing in a non-calculated form and is further up in the lane, so if his opponent freezes, he's really close to turret and in an awkward spot to farm. He also has less mana to break this freeze, and if this freeze continues and he can't break it, then he will have to lane for a very long time in this awkward spot. Like I said, bad lane position. So the lane freeze will strengthen this bad position, which he was already in. And because of this bad position, he can't do he can't trade as well because, well, first off, he has to break the freeze. Um, and if he wants to trade, his opponent can follow him very far, and he can't continue to deal damage as far because his opponent is very close to his turret, so he can just escape. Alright, now this last bit is just to show how big a difference this can make. Bad Jace continues his bad habits, and good Jace is doing his thing with the slow push. Now, an important thing to note is they only end up laning for 1 minute, and already Bad Jace pretty much has used all of his mana and has given his opponent chances to freeze, whereas good Jace with the slow push has had more minions than his opponent at all times, which means that it's a lot harder for his opponent to set up the freeze. As I said earlier, he needs to get the minion count um, much more equal. Alright, that is it for this video. I hope you learned about the how and the why of wave management, and catch you at my next video.